Welcome to the Quant Trading App Premium Membership. This video is a general walkthrough to the Quant Trading App website. Now that you're a premium member, it's very simple to log into the website. You just press this login button right here and you log in with your Discord. As a gold member, you actually have access to all of the features. You just press authorize, so Quant Trading App can actually communicate with Discord. Once you're logged in, you're greeted with the dashboard. If the light colored theme is a little bit too bright for you, you can always press this button and switch it over to dark mode. But since the default is light, I'm just going to keep it like that for the duration of this video. The dashboard provides a quick overview to some of the main tickers traded at Quant Trading App. Now, the platform is not an algorithm that scans the entire stock market. It's specialized in a very few tickers. If you ever want to know the full list, you just press this tab right here and it will show you all the tickers that are available. We tend to hover between 25 to 35 stocks at a time, but the dashboard is the key tickers that we focus on, and FANG will always be in here. So we have Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, and of course Microsoft. A couple of the high beta stocks that have been trading since 2020 and 2021 are also in here, so that's why you'll see Tesla. Zoom had a very big year because of the pandemic. The bottom four tickers down here are the Dow Jones, the Russell 2000, the Nasdaq, and the SPY. So this is a general overview to how the indexes and the major ETFs are trading. Next, you'll notice that there are a couple colors here. So Disney happens to be red, while as Square and the Dow Jones are green. The reason that is because this right here is the weekly levels that the algo has generated. The red is saying, this red one is saying that this should be the resistance for the week and this should be the support. This is red because it's gone past its weekly resistance. So as we can see, the resistance is $184 and the last traded price for Disney is $185. Whereas the Dow Jones, the support for this week was supposed to be 350, and as you can see, we're trading at 349. So it has actually gone below its support. So the algorithm is saying, check these out because there's probably some sort of a bounce trade coming. There's a couple things that makes Quant Trading App very special, and that's the fact that there's actually a charting built into the platform, as well as the open, high, low, close table in which you can see the historical data for how accurate the algorithm has been. So taking for this example, if we look at Disney right here and we were to actually press the chart button, it will bring us to the chart page and we can actually take a look and see this is real-time data. So the last price for Disney that has traded is actually here. So during the day, you can come to this page. If you don't have access to your charting platform, you can actually refresh the page and you'll see it coming in live. You do have to refresh the page if you ever want to see it live, but it will always show you the most recent transaction traded. So as we can see right here, this would have been the weekly resistance level. Now the algo generates these levels from a Sunday. So we have the resistance and we have the support from a Sunday, as well as the 2 sigma levels. Now this video is not going to be a breakdown on what these levels mean, how to trade them. There's a separate video that breaks down exactly what you want to look for, but I just wanted to show you guys that you can actually check that button and you can see exactly where price is trading. Again, if you do want to learn a little bit more about the strategies involved, you can press this button right here and it will bring you to the video classes, and under the video classes we have the general overview to exactly the quant trading levels. This is a great video that I highly recommend. It shows you some of the key strategies, exactly how we use the levels, and it really breaks them down. There's a few other things right here, and as well as if you ever want to learn a little bit more to some of the features that I'm going to show you right now, you come here and you can get some of the website features. If you're looking to learn more about options trading, you can come here, and a lot of these videos, a lot of these things are going to be fleshed out in the upcoming months. There's going to be a lot of courses and tutorials all available here, and we also provide trading recaps. So at the end of the day, depending on certain days, if there's a lot of key lessons to take away, these videos will be posted here and you guys can always come and check them out. And each video provides a lot of information into things that you want to look for and how to read price action, what to look for using the Quant Trading App levels. So looking back at the dashboard, I mentioned another key feature that we have. So this is what's known as the open, high, low, close table. If I were to click this right here on Apple, it'll bring me to this page. Now this page actually shows the historical information for Apple so far for 2021. You can actually jump to previous years to see how things have performed in the past. This right here is saying this was the resistance that the algorithm thought would have been for that week, and this was supposed to be the support. And you can scroll down and see how many times the resistance was broken or how many times the support was broken. These are showing up green because it's saying that it actually closed in between the support and resistance. So if this was supposed to be the support and this was supposed to be the resistance, and Apple opened here, it's saying that it touched this level, and then it closed right about here. So it closed in between these two levels, and that's why this part right here is showing up green. And it's saying so far for the year, 70% of the time Apple has closed in between its levels. Now, if you ever want to know how many times did it touch the level, that's what this is showing right here. That means the resistance was breached. It means Apple actually went further at one point or another, but as we can see, it actually closed within the level 1 out of the 4 times that the level was broken. The resistance was broken. If you want to know a little bit more, you can actually press this toggle data button, and it'll actually tell you what days of the week did it actually break. So as we can see, it's more likely to break its level on a Tuesday versus a Monday. And we can come down right here and see only 11% of the time has it actually broke its resistance on a Monday, whereas 17% of the time it breaks it either on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. If we want to see how certain weeks perform, so this right here, this is a week that it broke its resistance on a Monday and it ended up staying above its level the entire week. We can press this right here and it will bring us to that Friday of that week. We'll be able to see on the charting platform. Again, being able to see how things performed in the past is crucial to help us as traders to make decisions for the future. And as we can see, here goes Monday. Apple went straight up to the level and it touched it. And that's why it showed up in the table. Here it touched it on a Tuesday. Here it actually broke it on Wednesday, and as we can see, we broke it on a Thursday, and on Friday we broke it, and we pretty much ended up closing just at the level. There's also a little bit of key information over here. It tells you on this day, Apple has usually been green for the year 55% of the time. So you can actually click this and we can go to any date in which you want to see how things have performed. So if we jump even as far back as a random date as, let's just say, April 14th, if we want to see exactly how Apple was trading at that time, we also want to see how accurate was the algorithm. Here we can see we didn't come to the resistance level, but then maybe we want to see what happened by Friday. And again, this is just a completely random week in which I clicked, but it's important, especially if you're new to Quant Trading App, you haven't been able to see the levels for a long time, but you want to spend a day or two just getting a little bit familiar for how price is traded. Here's a week in which it traded in between its two levels. Now, if you guys use some of the complex option strategies known as iron condors, having this type of information is gold. And this is where a lot of this information comes in very handy. You can actually press this right here and get a little bit more analytics on the ticker. So it's telling you the success of its iron condor. It's telling you how many times the iron condor was breached, but yet how many times it actually closed within its ranges. You can see a little bit more information here. You can actually sort these tables by the range. You can click any one of these and actually sort it, but without spending too much more time on the open, high, low, close table, since there's a dedicated video just to this, and there will be a few more videos coming out explaining how I use the information, how some of the other members use this information. But again, what just makes it special is it gives you a brief overview to how things have traded in the past, and you can click these things and pull it up on a chart and actually see exactly what price was doing during that time. So if I close this tab out here, we'll close this tab out and let's close this, and we're back at the dashboard. If we click this right here, we can actually search for any ticker. So I'll actually just type in the SPY, and we'll be greeted with the home page for this individual ticker, which in this case would be the SPY. We get a quick snapshot. As we can see right here, on Monday so far for 2021, the SPY has closed green 67% of the time, whereas on a Tuesday, it's only closed green 40% of the time. That's a little bit of easy quantifiable information to digest. As we see right here, for the past few years, since pretty much 2015 to 2021, the SPY has closed green 56% of the time. On a Tuesday, it's been 50% of the time. So for the past 5 years now, Tuesday, the SPY has performed historically the worst. And even that's holding true for the current year. And as we can see, Fridays also very likely the market actually closes green. How this information could be used, it depends on your style of trading. Just know that for options traders, they're contracts that expire on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you have some sort of strategy where you trade options that expire, the 0-day options that expire in those days, and you tend to be more bullish on Mondays and Wednesdays, that's a great idea because the data kind of backs up your trading thesis. We have easy access to the open, high, low, close table by pressing this here, and this will also bring us to the current candle or the current chart right now. We're familiar with the chart page, but I'll just click it so you guys can see what it looks like on the SPY right now. So this is the SPY at today's close. I'm recording this video after the market has closed, so this is exactly where the SPY ended up closing, but just wanted to show you guys another chart. We can click this right here and jump around to any ticker available in Quant Trading app and get to see what things look like. Again, if you have Thinkorswim, you actually may not even use the charting page that often. You can actually come to this button right here. If you press the weekly script or the intraday script, right now they're the same page, but eventually will be separate. Here goes our weekly levels and our intraday levels. The users at this point are familiar. On a Sunday, we just press this script, you go to Thinkorswim and you paste it into your Thinkorswim, and every day pre-market we just copy these and it plots all the levels that the algo is generating will be plotted on your chart for you, and that's what we've been looking at on the charts page here. Now under the data section, we actually have a pre-market volume reader. When you press that button, it'll bring you to this page. Now this page sometimes takes a little bit of time to load because what it's actually doing is scanning all the tickers in Quant Trading app. It's aggregating all of the pre-market volume for the past 20 days. It's putting it through a proprietary system that's actually ranking the tickers, saying how strong they are. So this number right here, you'll see it at a few pages within Quant Trading app. We'll leave the trade ideas for last, but on the trade ideas section, you'll see this little snapshot. Again, this number is the strength that Quant Trading app is saying these tickers are. If you're looking to swing trade, if you're looking to buy the dip or anything like that, you generally want to look for tickers that have a reading over 65 or so. If it's over 70, that's phenomenal. It means these tickers are very strong based on the algorithm. And at the bottom here, these are some of the weakest tickers within Quant Trading app right now. So in other words, you won't really want to trust a breakout on these trades. You won't really want to trust, a pre-market high breakout or a bull flag breakout unless you have some sort of other confluence. However, if these tickers break down below VWAP, maybe you'll want to be shorting them. If the meter is around 50, that pretty much means it's kind of neutral, so probably just stay away from it unless you have your own measure or it's a different setup that you see to take the trade and it's a scalp or it's a quick little day trade. But for swing trading, I highly recommend you look for some of the tickers that have some of the higher readings over 60 or so. It's just an extra edge for trading. And what we can see right here is this is for today. This is the average volume for Snow. This is the average volume for Dash for the past 20 days. And right here was today's pre-market volume. The pre-market volume for Dash was 31 and so forth. Now, if we actually just want to generate some trade ideas and we don't want to look over all the tickers within Quant Trading app, we can actually come to this trade ideas tab. Now, this page does take a while to load, so just a fair warning. And that's because it's actually putting it through a few algorithms to try to come up with a trade idea for us. This is very important. We use it towards the end of the week. So on a Thursday and a Friday is when it actually populates some of the more accurate price targets. The algorithm will tell you most likely where a stock is likely to go before the market closes this week. But if it doesn't hit that target this week, it means it's most likely to hit the targets early the following week. And here we have it. Now, full disclosure, in the future, this page might actually not be available, but it will be posted in the Discord just because of how long it takes to load. And if there's a ton of people trying to load this page at the same time, it'll just slow things down for everyone. So to remedy that, it'll actually only be available to a handful of people, and we'll just make sure that there's always someone to post it pre-market in the Discord, because again, the day traded idea is usually only available towards the end of the week, and we just need to know, and we just need to see a screenshot of what's available. But I want to go over how to read this information. At this point, you guys already know what the strength meter is right here, but it's actually giving us targets for the week. Now, this is different from the weekly resistance and support zones. This is a different algorithm that's generating this, and it's a directional trade, and it generally is very accurate towards the end of the week. And again, if it doesn't hit the level by Friday PM, it's more likely to hit it early the following week, unless of course it has hit its target during pre-market. In this particular case, Boeing, I know today actually did hit its level. It happened pre-market, and today's a Thursday, so coming in tomorrow on a Friday, I will be disregarding this one. It's not going to be my top watch. So that's one of the ways in which we decide which ticker to trade based on these, as well as if there's any type of structure in between. So if there's a strong resistance level and it's saying that the target is over the resistance and price is currently right here, we won't really pay attention to that because we know price has to get through this level first to get to it. However, if price is here and it's saying the target is here and there's nothing in between this, then it's almost going to be a straight shot to that level, and it's very accurate again. if you're gauging how accurate it is, that's where the strength meter comes in. So in this case, we see Tilray has a very low strength and it has a bearish target. So this is very likely to hit this target tomorrow. This right here is just saying the percentage of its range, of its average range that it's moved for the week so far. So Tesla has only moved 31% of its weekly average range. So it still has a lot of juice left in it if it decides to move tomorrow. We can come here now and actually get the elevated pre-market volume narrowed down. So instead of just viewing what we were looking at before in the data tab, which is the pre-market volume for everything, this now is just showing us the top tickers that have elevated pre-market volume. So the volume on Roku was 59,000 shares traded today, whereas the average is 40. So everything on here is only what has a higher volume traded today pre-market than its average. There will be a lot more features coming over the next few months into 2022. A lot more options data. There will be a page that will actually plot a lot of the options information on the chart. So instead of looking at an options chain, let's just say you want to see where the highest open interest and the highest volume is. It will actually plot it out on a graph for us. So we'll be able to actually see it. If this is our strike prices, we'll know where the most amount of volume is traded. That's just going to be one of the features that I'm actually really excited to have implemented. So expect a lot more to come to just make trading as simple or easy as it can be for all of us. And at the end of the day, we have the Discord available. So please, if you have any questions, you can check right here or you can post it here during the market open session. We have news, a little bit of futures information is posted here. So far, if anything is very important in the futures, it's generally posted here. There will be a video coming out in the video classes section that will go over just the futures, but the points of control is something that's very significant, and it's just posted here because, again, that's quantifiable information, and that's the whole point of Quant Trading App. It's to show levels, key information that's quantifiable. It's programmed by algorithms, and it's not machines that are, and it's not humans that are drawing support and resistance levels. It's all based on data, statistics, as well as points of control. If you have any questions, please ask them here. Videos are generally posted here. If they're not part of the main tutorials or things like that, there are a lot more videos that come here frequently because there is a YouTube channel. And lastly, the option spreads is very important. So this is actually where I'm most active in terms of the trades that I take. I trade a lot of complex options orders. I do trade iron condors. I trade double diagonals, double calendars, and things like that. I don't usually just take a directional trade, which means I don't just buy naked calls or naked puts. I like to have some sort of strategy in place to protect myself if in case I'm wrong and I don't like to get chewed up by options. So that's why under the video classes, there's a great video I would highly suggest if you've never traded option spreads or you've never traded complex orders. Checking out this video right here is very important, as well as this one. The calendar spread is probably my favorite option strategy. If you found yourself losing a lot of money because of time decay, which would be theta, I highly recommend you check this one out. The gold chat is where most of us are active during the day again, and this is where you can ask any questions. If you don't have access to the charts, you don't have access to Thinkorswim, but you just want to know how does it look, you can always just ask in the chat right here and someone will be happy to post it. If it's not myself, any other trader will be happy to answer the question. So as we see right here, where's Disney? What does it currently look like? Here's the response, and this is the chart posted a couple minutes later. If you ever have any questions before entering a trade, post a picture of one of the Quant Trading App tickers. And if it's a really good setup or if it's a really good question and you need answers, if I'm available or if some of the other experienced traders are available, we actually hop on the Gold Voice, and this is where you can talk to us on the mic. Any of the new features that are launched are always mentioned right here. So this is if you're ever curious as to what certain things mean and you're looking for live updates and you're not interested in watching a full-blown video. Videos usually do come out whenever there's a big update, but you can always just scroll back here and see how the previous updates have been implemented into Quant Trading App. So hopefully this general overview, this general walkthrough to the Quant Trading App platform as well as the Discord has helped you get started. If you're curious where to go from here, I would suggest you first and foremost check out this video and install the Thinkorswim script studies into your TOS platform. But watch this video so you can really understand what type of strategies and plays we're looking for. Happy to have you in the Quant Trading App, and if you're new here, please introduce yourself in the Gold Chat. Would love to say hi to you, as well as introduce yourself to some of the other traders so we can get familiar with your trading style and know exactly how we can help you.